Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday evening broadcast. We are live right here and right now, in the words of Van Halen. And luckily, the intro worked tonight because it didn't work last night. I think I was having technical glitches here last weekend, and I went ahead and rebooted everything, so I hope we're good. Anyway, let's bring in the co-hosts, man. I've known them for 45 years. You know them, you love them. Winner of the Ultimate Riding Championship in 1992. Here he is, the Butcher.
I don't even know what that means. Ultimate Riding Champ. Is that a horseback? What are we talking? Kind of riding?
Riding, music riding, writing a song.
You did say riding.
Riding.
Nobody's riding anything. Right. Anyway, hey Joe, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, man. How was your week, man? Was it good?
I had a good week, man. My son come over a couple of days. He was wanting to. He texted me. He wanted to do a song.
Okay.
Said, okay, so he come over, and I thought, it's probably gonna be one of these things. I'm gonna just have to mess around till something comes up. But he knew exactly what he wanted. He knew how the song went. Had the lyrics written down. He had the bridge, the chorus. He knew exactly what he wanted.
Dang.
Perfect, great. So we just put something together, and he's coming back next week. We'll do some final audio recordings. Because with vocals, it's different. Running your guitar or your bass or my drums right into the DAW is different than putting a microphone to the DAW, because then you got to be quiet because it picks up everything in the room, and there's this weird echo. And so I got to tweak some stuff to get a good audio for the vocals. But it's fun, man. That's the first time any of my children expressed any interest in doing music of any kind. So, yeah.
That is cool. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to jam with somebody that's a vocalist or that's messing around with that. That's always fun because number one, that's just not my wheelhouse. I'm not a vocalist, but I've had the pleasure of working with vocalists in the past, and it's really cool because you can collaborate and you come up with something, and you're like, let me see if that works, and boom, if it works, it's like, man, that's cool. But it's even better that your son's doing it. That's what makes it even extra special, because
it's not some stranger,
yeah. Who are you? I don't know. Do you know how to sing? Come on in here. And but yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad. So did he come over just once, or
no, he come over twice? So
twice. Okay.
He had come over last year, early in the year, and he come over once. Mm-hmm. So this time when he come over, he said, I want to come over and let's start on a song. I said, okay, let's see how far this goes. Well, he said, I want to come back tomorrow and work on it again, because I explained to him, this isn't going to get done in one day. You have to get the music. First, we started with a keyboard, man. We started with keyboards, just simpler that way. Mm-hmm. And then we added layers and guitar and bass and more layers of keyboard, and it just got better and better. And it was his idea. I was, at some point, I wasn't putting any more layers on there. I didn't think that'd be good, but he had ideas that I didn't think about. For one, he's way younger than I am, so he has a different musical mentality, from what they hear. Because I will do something. He goes, that sounds like the '80s. Well, I mean, I'm like, I guess it does. I can't help it. And he says, I'm not against that. I said, what about guitar? I'll do something tasteful with acoustically on electric guitar. And I did some stuff. He goes, well, I don't mind you putting some of your '80s electric to it. I said, okay. Are you asking the right guy then? So I don't know. But it's
good,
fun,
man.
Having a good time.
That's good. That's what it's all about, man. Makes it all worthwhile. Let's see. Let's go to the chat. Let's see who decided to show up this evening. First up in line. First up is Cater.
Hey, Cater.
Hey, Cater. He goes, hope everyone is having a great weekend. I hope you are too, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, man. Clemson alum. Joe and Ralph, how's it going? Let's see. Looking forward to the show tonight. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Appreciate that. David Edward. Hey, Mr. Edward, how are you?
Hey, David.
Good to see you, man. Let's see. We got Rod's in the house. Hey, Rod, how are you doing?
Rod, how you doing, man?
Nice to see you, sir. Let me scroll this down. We got David Edwards says, hey, Joe and Ralph, by the title of the live show, did you get another BC Rich? Well, we will see. We will see what happens with that. Mr. Dave Orkin. Hello. How are you, sir?
Hey, Dave.
Nice to see you, man. There's Ralph in the chat. Scott from New York. Good evening.
There he is, Scott from New York.
What's up, Scott? How you doing, man?
He sent me a video of a one-armed drummer, which I can really appreciate that. But I've seen more extreme than that. I've seen a drummer that didn't have any arms at all, and he plays the crap out of the drums. It's crazy.
That is something, isn't it?
I've seen a guy with no arms play a guitar, and he was really good with his feet.
With his feet, yeah. And I was like,
I was blown away, man.
I was too, and I was like, I'm complaining if I can't play something, and look at what this guy's doing. And I was like,
no right to complain.
I need to just be quiet. Yeah, I was like, dang. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And that's just incredible. Oh man, Mr. Curtis, how you doing, sir? He goes, hey everybody, looking forward to the show. Man, thank you. That's a couple people that said that already. Thank you. Scott from New York, just what Joe needs, another guitar.
Well,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He just needs one more, you know?
Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, just one more. MPL, hey man, he goes, hello everyone. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Excuse me, Mr. Brian Powers is here. Hey, Mr. Powers, he goes, what's up? Joe and Ralph. Hello, sir.
Hey, Brian.
JP Stella. Yo, people. Say, Mr. Stella, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, Rico, what's up, man? There he is.
Rico B.
He sent me a few text messages earlier today, and he was let's just say out of town on vacation, and now he is back home. He goes, hey now, Joe and Ralph, 91 degrees in Arizona. Always good to be home. I'm so glad you got home safe, sir. He was going through the airport and all that. He sent me pictures, and I said, oh God. I said, that looks familiar.
Yeah, it's a cluster right now.
I said, man. So I'm glad you got home safe, man. Chick Mac, what's up? It's been a while since I've watched. Where you been, man? I'm glad to see you, man. Thank you for being here.
Admitting it is the first step to recovery. Thanks for being here.
Yes. Well, we appreciate that, man. Let's see. Let's go down to Mr. Curtis. He says it's new guitar day for him. Got an Olympic white cream-colored Fender Strat today. Hey.
All right.
Congratulations. Is that the one you had on Facebook? I saw you, I guess, at Guitar Center. That was a beautiful guitar, man. Very nice. Down the street, Dylan. What's up, Dylan?
Down the street, Dylan.
What's up, Dylan? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you and your father are doing well this evening. Mr. Kerry Crouch is here. He goes, hi, Joe and Ralph and all the good folks here tonight. Thank you, Mr. Crouch. E.E. Arts is here. He goes, much love, brothers. Thank you, man. I hope you're doing well. We're going to go down to downtown A.J. Brown. He says, good evening to all my GOBs. That's pretty good. Ready to gripe about stuff. Oh, Lord.
You got a topic in mind?
Yeah, I'm all right now. I don't have anything to.
I'm sure if I thought for a second, I could come up with something.
Double dot.
Double dot.
David, that's you, right? Okay. I got to give David a shout out here in a little while. But how you doing, man? He goes, hey, Joe and Ralph and everyone. And David, I didn't know you lived as close as you do to me. I hope I'm saying the right person. But yeah, man, let me know in the chat if I have this correct before I move forward. I don't want to be somebody else because I can't remember all these nicknames people have. I can't remember what their real names are.
Right.
And I can't keep up with them. Let's see. Let's see here. Skunk is in the house. Hey, Skunk, how are you doing, man? Good to see you.
Thanks,
Ethan Carter in the house. Hey, Ethan, how are you?
Hey, Ethan.
Mr. Curtis chimes in. He says, by the way, Fender is releasing their, is that Ventura 3?
Yeah, Ventura.
Lineup soon. Mine is a Ventura 2, and I got a good deal because the local store is making room for the new ones. At least that's their story. Hey, it worked out for you, didn't it, man? That's good.
I've never seen a Ventura, I don't think. Have you, Joe? You familiar with that?
I am not. No, sir.
It's a cool name, Ventura.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but I saw he posted a couple of pictures, Mr. Curtis did on Facebook, and it looked great. Looked great to me. I was like, man, that looks good. Brother Scott from New York, he goes, Joe, I hope you are enjoying your new PRS amp. Thank you, man, for that's something I was wanting to touch on. Yeah, man, I got the Mark Tremonti PRS MT15 and my God, that is a nice ass amp, man. Pardon my language, but
yeah, he sent me a video, and it sounded incredible just from the
just on the phone.
Yeah, I was like, wow, you got that hardwired? No, he don't. That sounded incredible.
No, it was just from the iPhone, and it always kind of diminishes the quality when you record like that out in the open to your phone. It sounded okay, but it sounded even better in the room,
right?
And what I love about this amp is when you're on the clean channel, the lights inside the amp head are blue. Mm-hmm. You just hit that foot switch, and when you go to channel 2, everything goes from blue to red. And I said, oh, man. But I put a chorus pedal and a reverb and delay in the effects loop, and it's, oh, God.
So you needed no more distortion, huh?
No, it's got plenty. It's got plenty of gain, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Because whenever I go to even these Katana 50 watts, they're great. I love them, but you turn the gain wide open. It's just I just need that little extra so I can do some good pinch harmonics and all that. Because I was like, why don't they put more gain on here? And it's like, I don't know, but this here has got plenty, and I don't even have it all the way up. It's about 3/4 of the way, but it sounds fantastic. I was like, that is so nice. I just went from the wireless, man. I got one in the guitar, and the other one went straight into the amp head. I didn't have to go into a pedal board. I was like, and, eventually I could if I want to play a wah pedal or something. But thank you, Scott from New York. Yeah, it's a great amp. Oh my! I highly suggest if anybody is interested in one, even if you get one used, man, go for it. You will not be disappointed. Those amps are great, man. I've always wanted one for so long. Billy Shelton in the house. Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Hey, Billy.
Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing okay. JP Stella, I'm glad to pay Tuesday for a new guitar today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, man. Yeah, we asked where Chick Mac's been. He says, just been busy, but glad to be watching again. Thank you, man.
Glad you're back.
I hope everything's all right with you, man. Hope everything's good. But I'm glad to see you back, man. But that's good. Hope everything's all right. Mike E. is in the house. Hey, Mike. Hey, Joe and Ralph. Hope you had a great week. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Mikey.
It was good. It was good, man. I don't know. To me, it just felt like a long week, but I don't know. Let's see. Mr. Curtis says, no, that was a Japanese Strat from '97. But after I went to Guitar Center, I went to my local mom and pop store and found. Okay. So you bought local. Well, that's good, man. That's good. Double dot. I was correct. Okay, so it is you, David. Okay. Thank you, man. All right. Awesome.
Mr. Curtis, what's the name of your local mom and pop store, if you don't mind? Just curious.
I can't remember. I think Mr. Curtis, is he in Nashville, I think? I could be wrong. I can't remember right off the bat. But PJ Kobe says that, hey, Joe and Ralph, been listening to a lot of Sammy Hagar era Van Halen. I love Eddie's playing on those albums. Yes, those albums are great. All those albums went to #1, man.
Didn't it seem like the chemistry with Sammy and Eddie, it brought something different out in Eddie than it did with Dave? Don't you agree?
Yes. Absolutely. 100%, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's you can debate this all day long, and people get really worked up over that Dave and Sammy era. I mean, they get fired. I'm like, whoa, man, take it easy. You know,
Well,
it's just
both for different reasons, But to me, it seemed like Eddie played a certain way with Dave, and then once he collaborated with Sammy, he was more melodic, or I don't know, man. It was just
it
different.
brought out the songwriter in him, and
Yeah.
it just because him and Sammy they fit like a hand in glove, man. And there was no BS, there was no tension, there was no arguing. It was just, and it just clicked. There was and they call it magic. It was there. But I mean, there's a bunch of Dave era Van Halen songs I absolutely love. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that era. But that era stopped and a new one started. That's the facts of the matter. So some people can't move past that, and some people are more acceptable to both eras. Some people like just the Hagar era. I know, it's whatever. It's subjective, but I love both. But if I had to choose, if I just absolutely had to choose, I'd go with the Hagar era.
I would too.
That's just me.
There's more of that era.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, man. I mean, Dave, for that time frame, he was the man. He was the
great
best
showman. Yeah,
the best showman you'd ever see. I mean, I'm not knocking at it all. Nobody else was doing them jump splits off the drum riser and all that stuff, and he had that swag, and all the ladies liked him at that that point in time. He had it going on, and his voice was in great shape. But as we all know, as time went on, all that changed, and
it did.
Sammy is still performing and still sounds great today.
He sounds great.
Still sounding great. Doing more residencies and stuff in Vegas, doing other shows. I mean, good Lord. And but he's taken care of himself through the years too. And but that's just me, man. Well, y'all feel free to put what you feel in the comments. I'll put them up there for people to read if you want. All opinions are welcome. We got Jim Guidry Music. What's up, Jimbo?
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Joe and Ralph and everyone. What's up, Jimbo? Out of Louisiana. The George Lynch clone. Jim, incredible rhythm player. He's an incredible player altogether. But he's a big fan of George Lynch. So when he plays and he would send me clips of stuff, it sounds really just like George Lynch. It sounds really great. He's been playing for many years. He's a fantastic guitar player. Downtown AJ Brown, I went to Whataburger earlier and ordered a triple meat burger, nothing else. I was the only person in line, and it took them 8 minutes to get my burger. I probably wasted $4 in gas waiting. Oh, my gosh. 8 minutes. I've never been to Whataburger.
I haven't either, man. I've heard it's good. I've heard other people say it's not that great. So,
really?
Yeah, I've heard both.
There's a few people it was from work. It was a couple of guys from work that sometimes I'll talk to, but they said it was fantastic. I've never had it. They got one in Spartanburg, I think one in Greenville, and
there is one.
Something like that. I've never had it. There's just not one close to me. I have to go out of my way. I don't feel like doing all that.
And I've never been. If I go, I'll just have to stare at the menu for 20 minutes trying to figure out what they got,
That's right. That's right. Forest Floor, cheers, everyone. Just tried playing guitar with my feet. It doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. If you're probably born having to use your feet, you figure it out. If I tried that now, it wouldn't. I'd be too frustrated. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I know I would. Ecater in the chat, he goes, they named the store right. Drive through so slow when they give you your food and you say, what a burger, because you forgot you ordered it. Okay. That's pretty good, man. Oh, let's see. Dewey in the chat, I gave in to the gas today. I bought a Boss Katana Artist amp and the Boss Waza Craft tuner. I got a nice bundle deal. Congratulations, Dewey. Wow.
All right.
That's awesome. Congratulations, man. That is fantastic. Let's see, Mr. J.P. Stella, he goes, nothing like tube amps and analog pedals. Cheers, Joe. I have that same PRS 15-watt Tremonti Monster also. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I love that amp, man. And it is phenomenal. I
I
love
was
it.
in love with it before I ever heard it. Where were we at? Midtown?
No, we went to, that was East Side Guitars and Drums. And we
Anyway,
went
when
over
I
there.
flipped it on and lights come on, then I flipped it another way, then it turned red. I was like, oh, I loved it already. Never even
Yeah.
heard it. Didn't have to hear it.
That was when we went and we saw those PRS guitars, and I played that PRS through that. And Bobby said, "Here, play this." And he goes, "You seem like the kind of guy that likes a lot of gain with your." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Here, come try this," and that's exactly what I got, Ralph. The same thing what they had over there. And at the time, that was like $900. I got this for $639, brand new out of the box.
Over here too, if you want to.
I'm keeping that one here. I said, I want to be able to jam through this Harley Benton 212 and just play it in the room. And it's perfect for this small room. But I do have the 5150 Iconic. It's ready. Whenever I come over there, I'll bring that and we'll set it. And I got the caster wheels came too. So we can put the wheels on there on the bottom of this cabinet. Down the street, Dylan, he says, congratulations on new guitar day. Yesterday was a new guitar day for me. What? I got a 2015, what, I don't know, Lucerne Aqua, Eric Johnson Strat. And today was new amp day. Got a 60-watt 212 Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. Man.
Good Lord.
Oh, my God.
You had to hear him from your house, bro.
Dylan, what in the world? Now, you talking about somebody getting a guitar every week. That's Dylan. That's, my gosh. Hey, congratulations, man. That's fantastic. That is awesome. I look at it this way, man, and this is just me. I mean, you know what? When Dylan, he's a young man, so he's getting introduced to these awesome guitars and stuff early in life. That's great. You know, it's going to stick with him the rest of his life.
Yeah.
You know, and he's got some very nice instruments. I was, honored enough to be able to see them. And I was like, wow, man. It's like you walk in their house, it's like a music store, man.
He's got a great dad supporting him. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, that's the thing, man. That is so awesome that he has a father that's saying, here, man, let's get you into the, or try this or whatever. And it's going to help him musically and his development as a human being. It's just good, man. Music is a great thing for a young person to be involved with. It was for me, and I know it was for Ralph. It's a good thing. It's better than somebody walking the streets or getting in trouble and not having nothing to do. That's what a lot of these young people, that's why they're in trouble. They ain't got nothing to do. So they get involved with negative things and they get in a lot of trouble. And it's, they just need to be involved with something creative, and they wouldn't be in that. I would, for the most part, that's my opinion. Mr. David Edward, he goes, man, I just nicked a fret rolling these edges. I can fix it. Just takes more than a minute. Oh, man. Well, hopefully you can get that straightened out, Mr. Edward. Man, Lord of mercy. Let's see. Let me get this chat to move here. There we go. Let's see. We were talking about David Lee Roth era and Sammy Hagar era Van Halen, and we'll see if anybody's going to comment on that. Dave Orkin says David Lee Roth was the party. Hagar was the songwriting.
That's spot on, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Not that the party was bad. That party's great.
No, not at all. I mean, to me, early Van Halen, Dave era, was they were moving it just really, really fast. And then when they got with Sammy, they went from that to, breaking the sound barrier. They moved even quicker, and I was like, damn. And I don't know. Nothing will ever be like that again. Mr. Curtis, yes, I'm in Nashville. The name of the store is that Shiloh Music Center. It's in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis.
Shout out to Shiloh Music Center, man. All right. Let's see. Scott from New York says, in my opinion, Van Halen evolved into a better band with Sammy. That's what I feel. Rico B. Hard to believe 5150 was released 40 years ago. Yes.
Yep.
Just a couple of days ago. Golly, 40 years ago. Man, that was my first. See, that's what's crazy for me. People have asked me, when did you get into Van Halen? I said, man, I didn't get into Van Halen until 5150 came out. That was in 86. And I remember going to buy the cassette tape, and I was like, oh, man. Ralph and I would talk about it all the time. And then when Live Without a Net came out on VHS, well, actually, where I used to work part-time at this place in this mall, a guy, his dad had 2 VCRs at home, so he rented Live Without a Net and hooked the VCRs up, and he copied it. And then I gave him a blank VHS tape, and he copied it and made me a copy. And so that's how I got it. But we would watch it all the time.
All the time.
All the time. After school, Ralph said, let's watch Live Without a Net. I said, come on.
It's just incredible.
We'd watch it over and over. Yeah. Let's see. Scott from New York. It's hard to believe that I started playing guitar in 1982. Hey, man. That is a long time ago.
You got us by 4 years. It was 1986 for us.
Yeah. Still in the 80s. That's awesome. That's awesome. Mr. David Edwards says, I feel EVH was going to evolve over the years, like Skolnick going to G.A.S for a few years. I prefer the Hagar era. I have laughed while opening a package in the mail like David Lee Roth. Yeah, that's. I just enjoy that era. I mean, I love them both. Let's see. David, is that Madeira? Am I saying that right? I could be missing in and out, but not the Mexican-American dispute over the Strat. Yeah, there's always some debates about that, about an American Strat being better than the made Mexico Strats. I've heard that for years. I can only speak of what I've got one USA Strat, and it plays great, but my other Strats are made Mexico Strats, and for me, for my opinion, they're fine. They're just as good. I mean that's how I feel.
Did you have to upgrade both the American and the Mexican, or no?
I didn't. No, they're stock.
Okay.
I didn't upgrade nothing on those. They're stock, and to me, they're fabulous. The made Mexico Strats are great. I've never had a problem with them. I think some people, and this is subjective. Some people just like to have a Strat that's made in the USA or any guitar. That's just personal preference.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Gibson and Epiphone. Gibson you're going to pay a lot of money for that name, but Epiphone, you're going to pay only half the price, roughly. And you can get the same shape, the same color, but it'll say Epiphone on it. And there's a lot of people that don't want nothing to do with that. It says Epiphone on it. And to me, I was like, I don't see the big deal, but
right.
That's just me. But I don't play those types of guitars that much. That's just my opinion. Y'all feel free to let me know how you feel. Let's see. PJ Kobe chimes in. He says, I agree. I think the Sammy era was better. Cabo Wabo, Summer Nights, Amsterdam, all killer.
Yes.
I agree with you, man. I agree. Downtown AJ Brown, he says, I think a couple of other aspects of the Hagar era were Sammy was an actual singer, where David Lee Roth was a showman, and Eddie was more mature during the Sammy days.
Yes.
That's a great point.
Yeah, he got married, he had a child, and, that probably affected songwriting, Your life changes, you have different feelings,
Yes.
You're a father now, so it changes stuff.
Right. And yes, and being with, when they got with Sammy, like I said, it just brought out something a little bit different with Eddie. It just brought it to a different level where it wasn't like that before. And to me, it was a positive thing, which people seem to agree, which is great. Mr. Art G, I agree with you guys on the Hagar era. A lot of awesome songs.
Yes.
Hey, all right. Well, that's fantastic. Let's go down to Chick Mac. He says that, hey, Joe and Ralph, what would cause a tremolo mounting bushing to pull up or loosen. Reason I ask, I sold a guitar in perfect shape, and the guy returned it. He returned it that way. Was flawless when I sold it. Ooh. To
That's
be
Jersey.
pulled up or loosened. Oh man, I don't know. Are you talking about tremolo mounting bushing? Okay, so let's see. Is this a Floyd Rose or a Fender style tremolo? I don't see which one it is. Because on a Fender style trim, you got the post in the mounting bushings. That's I don't know unless he had done something to
I was
it.
going to say something happened to it when he
Yeah,
had.
'cause stuff like that don't just move on its own. It's
So he messed it up, sent it back. Is that what happened?
something. Were you going through Reverb? Man, that's always been a thing. That's whenever I don't know. It can go either way, but he had to have done something. In my opinion, I mean, I'm not there. I was like, that don't make no sense.
Tried something that didn't work out. I'll send it back.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Now, we could be wrong, but just allegedly, that's what it seems like. Scott from New York, Sammy Hagar brought out the best in Edward, and Michael Anthony's vocals with Sammy are just top notch. Yes.
Yes.
I agree. They're Michael Anthony's harmonies are just impeccable, man. Just amazing. And he can still sing like that too, man. These guys are knocking on the door of 80, and they can still sound like that. Dang. That's amazing. Dave Orkin chimes in and goes, Dylan's father is showing him the right path. My old man did the same for me when I was a kid. Oh, that's great, man. That is fantastic. Let's see. Yes, amazing. Shout out to Dylan's dad, Lenny. Scott from New York. Everyone has to check out Rachel Boland's new single.
I didn't know he had one. Oh.
Okay.
That's
Scott
from Skid Row, Rachel Boland.
I think so. Jay Marquis, hello. How are you, Jay? What's going on? I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't know. I just say Jay.
A lot.
Yeah, I hope I'm not messing up your name, sir. If you and Ralph had two guitars to choose from behind you to keep forever, which two would y'all choose and why? Wow, that's a fantastic question.
We've been asked that before.
That's a great question. If
now,
you choose two
behind you, Joe. Don't go in the warehouse and look. What's behind you?
Okay.
What's behind you?
Okay. Well, of course we got on the wall. On the wall is what you see, and then there's a Charvel right here on the wall. So that's behind me technically, and then I got a few guitars in cases that are behind me. Two? I can only choose two. Dang. Oh man, I don't know.
Political,
I know, but
it is hard to choose. You're gonna hurt somebody. You're gonna hurt one of your feelings, man.
Of course, the Frankie. I'm keeping that, and I love the BC Rich too. But I'm going to say the Frankie here and the Charvel that is kind of out of frame. I'd say those two. What about you, Ralph?
For nostalgia reasons, I would this Charvel right here because I've had it for
since you were 17, I think.
Yeah, 18 or something like that. But anyway, for playability, it'd be the checkered and then the bullseye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Pickups are hot. They sounds great. I just love those two.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, Chick Mac. It's a standard 2-point Strat tremolo. Okay, yeah. If it's the actual screws on the saddles themselves, like where you put your palm when you're palm muting, are you talking about that or the actual screws up front that hold the trim system in place. Either way, for something to come up or be loose, something had to be turned.
Like those screws got stripped or something.
Somebody turned it with a small Allen wrench or something, or whatever. Philip said it had to be tampered with. It didn't. Well, I can't prove that, but in my mind, that's the first thing that I think about. But yeah, that's something that's weird. I hate that happened, chick, man. MPL, we were talking about David Lee Roth era Van Halen, Sammy era Van Halen. 5150 has turned 40 years old this past week. We're talking about American Strats versus made in Mexico Strats. Talking about all kind of stuff. This is really, really great conversations going on. MPL says, I love both eras of Van Halen. I like the Dave era a little bit more, but both are great. I also love the last album, A Different Kind of Truth. It's so underrated. So it's all good. Eddie's on it. It's all good. Yeah, I understand. Totally get it. And I'll be honest, I tried to listen to A Different Kind of Truth. It didn't grab me at all. I wanted it to, and I don't know. I just felt like...
Was it just too different from the other stuff they were doing?
It sounded, to me, really... it just didn't have that cool production sound like the other album, like I'm used to hearing. And it just sounded... I don't know how to explain it. Very technical, like very processed. And it just...
Okay.
It's to me, it seemed like it was missing some rawness just from the production. And I was like, what is going on here? And that song, Tattoo, I didn't care for that. That's just me, man.
Your feelings are valid, Joe.
Yeah, I was like, what was going on here? But, User Kid, what's up, man? He goes, I traded some baseball cards for the 5150 cassette tape when I was in 7th grade. Van Halen with Sammy is my favorite, but Dave's solo was also awesome.
Yeah, he had a good album or two. He did.
Yeah, Dave's, of course, his first
had a
solo
super group around him,
Yeah, his first solo album, Eat 'Em and Smile, was phenomenal. Steve Vai, Billy Sheehan on bass, and Craig Bissonette on drums, and then they did Skyscraper. That was good, but it didn't hold up with. Yeah, it had just like Paradise was the big hit off there and off the second album, and then it was good,
song.
but it.
Paradise.
But man, Eat 'Em and Smile, it's like almost every song off that album was a home run. I was like, whoa. Because when that album came out, I said, uh-oh. I remember hearing that all through high school. It was like, oh, crap, Van Halen's coming to town. And then the next week, Dave Lee Roth was coming to town. I said, oh, man. And it was always a back and forth thing, People were talking, and that's, when you look back on it now, that's what they wanted.
Great
publicity. Because the more
publicity.
people that talk about it, the more people are going to the shows. The more
they'll
people
sell cassettes.
they're selling albums and merch. I was one of those people that bought that stuff back in the day. So the marketing worked, and but it was fun because there wasn't no social media back then. Santrix himself. Hello, a Strat is a Strat. Have you already talked about why Fender is not allowed to print made in USA? No, I have not. Please fill me in. I've heard about that, but I can't recall why that is. That's something else. They can't print made in USA anymore. Man. That's crazy. Yeah, chick says, I think he pulled up hard on the trim thinking it was like a Floyd and the bushing lifted. Yep, there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's on him, man.
Sense,
but
doesn't it? Yeah.
That's why I say either he did that or he noodled with something with, an Allen wrench or Phillips head or something. But he shouldn't have sent it back for that. Man. Let's see.
Like Herman Lee does, hold the tremolo system and the whole
I don't do none of that.
Hanging from the tremolo. I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not doing that. With my luck, all the strings go ting, 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 ting. They'd all break. I'm like, well, hang on, let me change guitars. Scott from South Carolina, man. Mexican Strat was upgraded to 22 frets and the 2-point trim, making it much closer to the American. I think the factories aren't that far apart. I've always loved the 2-point trim on the Strats. They're, to me, they seem to have better stability. They're a lot smoother when you do a little bit of trim action with the bar. I've always enjoyed the 2-point trims. Yeah, that's always been my preference. Now they're doing that, which is fantastic in my opinion. Centrix himself, how about the Japanese Fenders versus Mexican or American? I've always heard that the Japanese Fenders, especially back in the day, were the quality was incredible, was amazing. And even if you look up some of those Japanese Fenders today on Reverb or whatever, they fetch for a lot of money because the quality is way up there. I watched a thing about Leo Fender last week, and they talked about the Japanese Fenders, that they were actually, and for then, they were better quality than the USA models. And I was like, because the components were better.
Yeah.
They put the Japanese put better components in it. Yeah. And so yeah, it was the Japanese Fenders are top notch. Yeah. I'd like to get a hold of one of those just to have one from back then, but it'd be pretty pricey, I imagine. Yeah. But yeah. Let's see. Chick Mac, he says, Sammy still has his chops, but I can't say that about Dave.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to say that about Dave, but you really can't, man. He more talking than singing, actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be rude, but time has not been kind to Dave. You see what he looks like lately?
Yeah.
Man,
Yep.
he's looking rough, man.
Like they said, rode hard and put up wet. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, and that's all that partying and stuff, and then he's just taking its toll, I think. But I mean, like I said, in his day, man, nobody could touch him.
Mm-hmm.
And Decatur, he chimes in. He says, "I like the Japanese Strats I have played. I have had USA and Made in Mexico Strats over the years. They were all about the same." There you go. That's how I feel with the USA Strats and Mexican Strats, yeah. Mr. Curtis says the Ventura series is Mexican. I think they're pretty cool. They make a road worn series with a maple fretboard. The black one reminds me of Clapton's Blackie. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's go down to David Edward. For the answer, it's because the neck is sitting too low, which makes the bridge sit too low. You push the whammy, and it pops the post out.
Wow.
Okay. User Kid, he says, when they were making Van Halen 1, Ted Templeman wanted to get Sammy in Van Halen back then. He didn't like David Lee Roth's vocals. This is true. I have Ted Templeman's audio book, and Ted Templeman, famous producer from a lot of different groups, Doobie Brothers, along with, of course, Van Halen, and he's produced a lot. He's got a lot of clout. Well, he did with Warner Brothers back in the day, and he talked about that when he recorded Van Halen 1 in his book, and he told the guys in the band, he goes, "Look, I know a guy named Sammy Hagar that he also produced Sammy, and I think he would be great." And that back then they said, no, Dave is our singer. Right. And Dave actually went for vocal lessons and stuff too during the recording of that album. He went to lessons and all that. But
Nothing wrong with that.
I said, man, can you imagine if they would have got Sammy in way back then? It would have been different.
How different it would have turned out.
It would have been way different. I don't think it would have made the impact that it did. So thankfully that didn't happen.
The controversy of putting Sammy in after Dave kind of fueled their fire too. You know, their popularity and the people that didn't like them and the people that did like them. I think it just helped their album sales. It really did. The controversy altogether.
Yes, I agree. Brian Powers chimes in. He says, I watched Slide Without a Net so much it got wore out and started dragging. I love both, but I think Sammy era was better with the songwriting. Yes. Yeah, I remember my copy started to have some wear and tear on it when we watch it.
Yes.
I was like, do I need to adjust the tracking on this VC? No, it's just the tape wore out.
Yeah, just wore out.
I was like, dang.
And it was already a copy, wasn't it?
It was. Dylan's probably, if Dylan's still, he's like, what is a VCR? What is that? That was way before his time.
I saw a video of some kid trying to put a cassette tape into a cassette player, and they couldn't figure out how to put it in there. It was kind of funny, man. They had no idea.
Wow.
No idea.
We're getting old, man. Dang. Oh, my God. Oh, let's see. We got James Burke. Hello, James. He goes, hey, Joe and Ralph, good evening, guys. The Van Halen 1 album and the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge album are two great albums, both different eras of Van Halen, but both are good.
It's true. They are both good.
I agree, sir. Yes. Let's see. PJ Kobe says, I don't care for the Fender Ventura series with the 7.25 radius fretboard. Okay.
I mean, it's too thick, too thin.
I don't know. I would say that's maybe too thick, maybe. JP Stella, that dude played the whammy bar like a 5-speed shift on a. Yeah, that guy was going crazy with that trim system. Is what it seemed like.
He had to have.
He had to have. Yeah. I was like, damn, has this guy never had a guitar before? What is he doing? Yeah, Scott said that dude's from Skid Row that released that album. Okay. Let's see. Scott from South Carolina, dropping a guitar with the tremolo bar could also loosen the post. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever dropped a guitar, Joe? You ever dropped one?
Oh, yeah. I mean, accidentally, yeah.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah, and
I've had one fall out of a guitar stand, but never one me standing up and it hit the floor or like a strap come off. I've never had that happen.
It's happened, and luckily I caught it. But yeah, it's. I've had one leaning against the keyboard one time, and it was a Gibson, believe it or not, and it was sliding, and I was like, oh, and I couldn't reach it. I was changing strings on another guitar, and my dumb ass, I didn't put it on the stand. I just leaned it against the keyboard, and it went, and it fell, and it hit the back, and it cracked the back of the headstock. That's them Gibsons for you, because them headstocks are angled like this.
Yes.
And if they hit,
that's what hit first. Yeah, that's what
the headstock's taking the blunt of that force, and it put a V crack on the back. I said, God Almighty.
Yeah, I've done lean a guitar up against something, and I know in my head that's the wrong thing to do because there's nothing. I'll just
do it anyway.
You balance it, and I'm just going to be away for a second. I'll be right back. Do not move. You come back. Dang.
The floor.
You know that when you put it there. You knew that.
Yeah, you walk away and you can hear it, and you look, and you're like, oh, and you try to do it. It's too late. It's too late. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that in my younger years. Yeah. Not no more. I don't take a chance no more. Jess from the Caribbean. Hello. He goes, happy Palm Sunday to all. Hello. Scott from New York. The dude that plays the Floyd Rose like no other is Brad Gillis. He's amazing with a Floyd. Yes, he is. Brad Gillis of Night Ranger fame. Yeah. Jess from the Caribbean. He says the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen all the way. All right. Oh, good. That's awesome. Let's go down the street. Dylan. He says, Lenny here. Oh, it's Dylan's father. Hey, Lenny. Thanks, everyone, for the kind words. It's heartwarming. Dylan is definitely gifted in his talent. So I try to do everything to support that. See, that's fantastic, man.
Yes.
That's so awesome. That's awesome. Big props to Lenny. That's great. Wonderful. AB Normal. Howdy, y'all. How you doing, man?
Hey, AB Normal.
Nice to see you. J.P. Stella, Shy Boy, David Lee Roth Band. That is a badass song. That is Shy Boy, Shy Boy, Shy Boy, Shy Boy. That's a badass song, yeah. Yeah, that whole album is killer, man. The only song I didn't care for was when he covered That's Life. I didn't care for that song. old Frank Sinatra. I was like,
Yeah, that was
whatever.
old Frank. Yes, something like that.
I didn't care for that. I was like, oh, come on, man. But that was when his Just a Gigolo stuff was still going on and all that. But let's see. Chick Mac says that I got the guitar back and pushed the bushing back down. Luckily, no damage to the guitar. Okay, man, good. Good deal.
Joe, don't you have a no return policy when you ship guitars out? No
I
return.
do on my Reverb store. I do, yeah. Because I mean, I mean that's just me. Everybody's, and I'm not saying anything's against Chick Mac either. It's just I put a lot of pictures of the guitar online, and yeah, I put it where it says no returns. Once you get it, it's yours. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And Reverb has come to me and said, "Hey, you shouldn't do that." I don't care. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And you know, and I put on there, you know, this is it right here. So, but I don't ship nothing out that's messed up, you know. And I know Chick Mac didn't do that either. But I think that guy was wrong for doing that. My chat disappeared. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see if we can get back to where we were.
AB normal.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back down. Let's see. Dylan's dead. Let's see. AB normal. So how do you daily? Okay, here we go. Yes, thank you. AB normal right here. Thank you. Let's see. AB normal says because not all their parts are made here. They are assembled here from globally sourced parts. Oh, that's why they can't put made in USA on there no more.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see, Centrix, I think he was talking about it too. I read that they can't print made in USA because something has to be made in the USA to a certain percentage.
Yes.
Fender apparently only assembles made in Korea parts or whatever. It doesn't count. Okay, interesting.
Yep.
Andrew Knox. What's up, Andrew?
Hey,
folks. New guitar day here. Picked up a Gretsch, is that square neck resonator on clearance at our local guitar center. Been wanting to learn how to play one for a bit now. I'm so excited to learn. Congratulations, man. Good
I'm sure
deal,
you'll
man.
figure it out, Andrew. He's a great guitar player too, man. He's good.
He is. Andrew's very talented.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
He is. Let's see. Scott from New York. Who cares whether guitar is made in USA, China, Indonesia, Japan, or whatever? As long as it plays well, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's subjective, definitely. I mean, you know.
Must mean something to some people, but you know.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't care where it's put together.
To me, it don't matter. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, how it feels when I first grab that neck and everything and the weight. That's the color first thing. Then how it feels is second. AB Norman says I love Japanese Fenders. Yes. Yeah, man. They play the ones that I played in the other shops. They played fantastic. Kerry Crouch, he says, back in the 70s, the Japanese Fenders were less expensive and a lot better than the American ones. Yep, that is exactly what I heard as well. Yes, sir. Santrix himself, I used to play a Japanese choir that still to this day might be among the top 3 Strats I ever played.
Right on.
There you go. Another testament to the Japanese quality for those Strats. Yes. AB Normal says Dave is resembling a beaky buzzard as of late. Oh my goodness. Okay.
You noticed he'll have his shirt unbuttoned and he's got the tattoo, but it's set for right down the middle, like it's a shirt or a jacket,
like a vest or something.
Yeah, kind of a.
Yeah, I don't know what possessed him to get his whole chest tattooed, except for that. I don't know. I mean, who knows, man? I don't know. I bet that had to hurt, man. Golly. Forest Floor says that I have an 83 Squire Strat and an 86 Fender Strat. Both are Japanese and keepers. There you go. There you go, man. see. Let me go down to Mr. Curtis. He says, I caught your comment about the Japanese Strats, Joe. The one I played yesterday was from 1997. I think it was originally 1800 new, according to GC Salesman. But yesterday, the used price was $12.99.
All right.
Thank you for that information, sir.
500 off.
Yeah. Rico B, Joe, I never noticed that pulsating light above your head before. Is it new? Oh, that's the flux
That's what
capacitor.
makes time travel possible.
Yes, that's the flux capacitor, man. Yeah, from Back to the Future.
They make a large version, the full size, and I really want to get one and mount it in between the seats of my car, man. I swear I do. I know it's stupid, but to me, I think it's cool.
I think it would be cool, man. It would be awesome.
But the only problem with that, I'll be flying around everywhere. 80 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour.
88. We gotta get to 88.
What
Come
are you
on.
doing? 80 miles an hour. Drive through. Yeah, 80 miles an hour.
I gotta get to 88. We gotta go back in time. Jeff C, what's happening, sir? Joe and Ralph, I'm looking to buy my first drum set, considering the Roland V series of electronic drums. Any experience or thoughts on Roland E drums? Ralph, that's you.
Roland makes a great set. They're quality instruments. You can't go wrong with Roland.
There you go.
Yes. Any Roland product is really good.
Yeah, I've never messed with drums, Mr. Jeff, but any product that I've messed with that was Roland, it was phenomenal.
And the only reason
I got the Roland Microcube amps. I know that's not drums, but the Roland Microcube amps are incredible.
Yeah, everything they make is incredible.
But
the only reason I didn't get a Roland drums kit is because they had this one up front years ago. And the Roland at that time didn't have a full-size bass drum, but this Alesis was. So it's a full-size bass drum. Even though it's an E-kit, it looks like a regular drum kit. So that's what sold me on that. So
right.
Yeah, I'm going with that one. So, but Roland is fantastic.
Now, with us doing the different guitar shop trips and stuff in the past, have you seen in your recollection another E-kit that stood out to you and you said, yeah, I wouldn't mind having that? Or did it nothing make you kind of think twice about it? Not really.
No, I haven't, and only because they kind of look. Like I said, I gravitated to the full size kit. A lot of them, they look small and puny, and the parts are kind of, I don't know, man. But I have not seen another E-kit that made me go, man, I wish I'd have that one instead of the one I have. I'm extremely happy with my purchase, the one I have.
You're content. Okay.
Now, if I see one, I'll let you know, because it's one of those things like a guitar. When you see it, you see it.
Right.
When you know, you know.
That
come across that.
I've just never asked you that because I know with all the guitar centers we've been to and other stuff, there's a lot of E-kits there. And
now, acoustic drum kits, I've seen some, man.
No, yeah. I know. I remember that because there were some nice ones.
Man, wow.
But I was just wondering about the E-kits because you get more. I would imagine, which is obvious to me, and I know it is to you. You get more options with an E-kit.
And you don't have to replace the heads.
You can wear headphones. You can,
The recording process is easy. Like I was talking about the recording vocals. If I had to mic every drum with an acoustic kit, that'd be a whole nother set of issues, man. Whole nother set of issues. So I'm glad. I'm happy with what I got.
Good. Awesome. Scott from New York says, Mick Jones from Foreigner produced the 5150 album. That is correct. Yes, that is correct. Ted Fair, brother Ted, he says, good evening. Good evening.
Good.
How you doing, Mr. Ted? How you doing, man? Let's see. Let's go to User Kid. He's up next. He says, thank God Eddie's solo was captured on Live Without a Net. Eddie was in the zone that night. Even when he wasn't in the zone, he was still 100% better than anyone else.
It's true.
Yeah, that one, like Ralph and I said, we used to watch that when we were teenagers, and we would go to that part of the concert where it's solo. I said, we got to watch this again, man, and everything. And I was so mesmerized. I was like, how is he doing that?
I was doing when he would do this, just flicking the pick and going, man, I was blown away by that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I always called it the hummingbird technique. Is what I always called it, but I don't.
That's
The
not bad.
wings of a. And
It's pretty
I
good,
was
Joe.
like, how does he? Because his hand is not resting on the body of the guitar.
That's the thing. It wasn't
And
resting
I've
on
tried it,
anything.
and I'm hitting all kind of strings. I'm like, well, that ain't working. And I was like, I thought to myself, dude,
Ain't
what are
working.
you doing? Just do your thing. What are you doing? So, and I see people online, they're doing that, and they're showing that off. I'm like, come on, dude. Okay, good for them, but come on, man. Eddie did that, and what are you doing? So. But I agree, User Kid. Yeah, thank God that was captured on videotape because it was. Even today, you can look at that on YouTube. It has millions of views. Just his solo alone, it's just
Yes, I've seen it several times. Yes, I still watch it. If I come across it, I will
yeah, me
stop.
too. And
You know,
I still get goosebumps today when I watch it. I'm like, damn. I was like, it stood the test of time, and it always will. I mean, it's Eddie Van Halen. When I interviewed Steve Rosen, author and writer for Guitar World, and I have his book back here, Tone Chaser, that he so gracious to give me. I interviewed him on the channel a couple years ago. He told me that people that knew Eddie on a personal basis, they usually called him Edward or Ed. It wasn't Eddie. I always thought that was kind of wild, And I said, that's weird. I've always heard people say Eddie Van Halen, but people that that knew him on a personal face-to-face basis,
on the inner circle. Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Thank you. They called him Edward, and I always thought I was like, I never paid that no attention, so thought it was interesting. But I've always said Eddie, so whatever.
You're not in the inner circle.
I'm not in the circle. Never will be. Neck Diver, hello. Neck Diver says, like you guys, I watched the Van Halen Live Without a Net many, many, many times, but I watched another video by them called Right Here, Right Now a lot too. First song is Poundcake. That is an amazing live concert video. Yes, it's fantastic. I remember when that was coming out on, when they released that on cassette and LP format, album format, vinyl. And I remember going to the, I can't believe I remember going to the music store and buying the cassette album on cassette format, paying for it, going straight out to my car. I mean, I went there just for that. And I got done and I went to the car, popped that thing in there and listened to it. And I was, I don't know, I must have been heading to work or something. I don't know. I listened to the heck out of that thing.
You ever put a cassette in your stereo in the car and you try to eject it, but the tape comes out, but the paper, the tape itself is stuck in there, and you're scared if you pull it too hard, you're going to break.
It'll break.
So now you're digging inside there with
and you're trying
a pen or a pencil.
Yes, hoping you don't get your finger stuck. You're like, oh my God, yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna tear my tape up.
I would, whenever that would happen, I'd pop that out, put a new cassette deck in there. I was like, that must be. Well, that back then, I said, yeah, these Kmart brand things ain't worth a crap, Trying not to, because back then you could drop a lot of money on a system for a car. It was, and I was like, I ain't got that kind of money, But yeah, let's see here, Mr. Curtis. He says, I need to lower the action a little on my guitar, but I really like the neck. The only thing I would change is I'd replace the mint green pickguard with a white one. Okay. Let's see. Scott from New York, he says, David Lee Roth has always been a fan of doing covers more than anything else. It's the one thing that Eddie Van Halen didn't want to do on their older albums. With him, Eddie really despised doing covers. Yeah, he wasn't a big fan of it. And when they did, which I think this is a great album, Diver Down, I think that's a great Van Halen album. Most of the songs are covers on that album. I did not care for Dancing in the Streets. I couldn't stand that song off that album. I thought I just didn't like it. Big Bad Bill of Sweet William Now, it was okay, but the reason I still care for it is because that's the one song you'll hear 3 Van Halens on one track. That's Alex, Eddie, and their father, Jan Van Halen. He played clarinet on that song, Big Bad Bill, Sweet William Now. So I thought that was cool. They got to play with their father on a track, and that's forever out there for people to hear. And there were some songs on there that were cool, but there were just a couple that I thought were. I was like, what is that on there for?
I never cared for the song Ice Cream Man, except for the solo. When he comes in for the solo, I'm like, that, then but the rest of the song, you can throw that in the trash. I don't care for that Ice Cream Man.
They're trash. Yeah. How do you like this song? It's trash. Smash or trash. Okay, let's see. Mr. Curtis says that as for the Van Halen thing, I agree with whoever said that Dave was the party and Sammy was the songwriter.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Ted Fair, Shy Boy was originally written and recorded by Billy Sheehan's band Talus out of Buffalo, New York. I did not know that. Interesting. Okay.
Talus.
Yeah, Billy Sheehan, and that was his band. And I remember hearing about or reading that I think Billy Sheehan was going to try out for Van Halen at one time, but they decided to keep Michael Anthony. And I said, "Oh man,
that would have changed the whole dynamic too."
That would have changed. Yeah,
that's funny. Switch one person out, the whole thing changes.
Because we all know, as far as technique, Billy Sheehan is an incredible bass player.
Of course.
I remember him obviously when David Lee Roth went solo, but I also remember Billy Sheehan a lot from Mr. Big with Paul Gilbert and Eric Martin on vocals. And oh my God, that first album was incredible.
Finger tapping on the bass. You ever tried that?
Yeah, it's. I'm like, well, that ain't.
Strings trying
I'm like, this ain't working, man. You know, you get to have a lot of hand strength to do that.
It's hand strength.
And he makes it look easy, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe that ain't too bad. I tried. I said, nope, put that back. Nope.
Yep. Done with that.
Hands locking up. Yeah, I was like, damn. I couldn't do it. It sounded like trash. You know. Let's see. Scott from South Carolina says David Lee Roth seems to have no fat on his body, which exposes his tired face. He has lost a lot of weight. Yeah. Jeff Cornell says, tell Reverb all your returns go through Rob's music store.
Oh, no.
That's a classic. Oh, Lord.
One of the few people who knows what Rob's music
That's OG is. Right there, man.
There you go, Jeff.
Oh, Lord. That's OG. Thank you, Jeff. Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny. Decatur, anyone ever tried the Seymour Duncan Seth Lover humbuckers? I picked some up recently to try. I have not. Huh. Nice. That's nice, man. Let me see if we can scroll this here. Mr. PJ Kobe is up next. He says a 7.25-inch fretboard radius fretboard is more rounded compared to a 12-inch fretboard radius that is flat. Okay. Easier and more comfortable to play on a 12-inch radius. Thank you, sir. Okay, thanks for...
that answered my question, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know. Thank you, sir. AJ Brown, downtown AJ Brown. I have an 89 Japanese Strat, and it's still the greatest Strat I've ever played. Wow. I see there from 89. That's awesome, man.
I will die with that guitar.
He said he's not getting rid of that for nothing. There you go. Yet again, another nod to the Japanese craftsmanship. William De Silva. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, William De Silva.
He says, what's up? My wife, let's see. Your wife got you a Line 6 G30 wireless today for $10? Wow. That is a score, man. Dang. Congratulations. Wow. You're going to, have you had a wireless before, Mr. De Silva? You probably have. It's the way to go, man. I'm telling you. I love using a wireless. Mr. Ted Fairbrother Ted says, I have come to the conclusion I don't like the Eric Johnson pickups in my Strat. They are too bright and too harsh sounding. Okay. I'm on the hunt for a replacement set, considering fat 50s. That's interesting. I've always wondered about the Eric Johnson Strat, especially the pickups. So I'm glad you said that.
Too bright, kind of like too much treble.
Kind of like and kind of like a telly, a bridge pickup with a stock telly pickup is really bright.
Yeah.
I always have mine swapped out for my pickup. I have one telly now. I did have a couple. I only have one, the one my wife got me years ago, but I had it swapped out with a Seymour Duncan hot rails for telly, and it's really just a mini humbucker. That thing rocks, man. That thing is awesome. Let's see. But yeah, it's well, Ted, I know he'll find the right thing. He knows what he's doing out there. Down the street, Dylan. Okay, it's Lenny again. Supporting him doesn't justify a new guitar a week. I play also, and I have always had a guitar addiction, so he definitely benefits from that.
Okay.
I need to go to guitar rehab. Oh, okay. I didn't know you played. Okay. Oh, that's fantastic.
I don't know if there is a guitar rehab. I don't think that is there.
Yeah, there's not one for me. Yeah, I don't think guitar rehab does not exist here on this show.
As long as your bills are being paid, there's nothing wrong with getting a guitar.
Yeah, as long as your bills are paid and there's food in the fridge and you got gas and you can survive. The hell with it, man. Yeah, guitar rehab doesn't exist here. We welcome all the guitar addicts here. Come one, come all, man. Mm-hmm. Yes, please. Yeah, as all us guitar nerds, we bond together and we support each other. So there you go. Let's move on down to Mr. Curtis. He says that I'm looking into selling a couple of guitars on eBay or Reverb. What can y'all tell me about shipping and boxes and all that stuff? Well, what I've done in the past, first of all, this is just my opinion, so I'm going to tell you, don't mess with eBay. Do Reverb. Set your store up. Make sure that it's up to you if you want to set it up with no returns, or if you want to do that route, that's fine. If you don't have any shipping boxes at all, go on uhaul.com, and they sell a 3-pack of guitar boxes. It's going to run you about $60-something, but you got to have something. And a lot of people like if you double box, but if you can't, if you're shipping a guitar in a case, that's always, to me, that's always a good incentive for the guitar to sell. Mm-hmm. So I mean, hard shell case is a good selling point with a guitar. I see a lot of people doing that now, but get you some bubble, what they call it, bubble wrap or bubble packing stuff. Get a roll of that. You can get it at Walmart and get you a tape gun, a packing tape gun with a clear tape. And I know I'll go overboard with the tape, but I use a little extra tape because I don't want that box to come open on either end. Remember, I shipped a guitar to Ralph, and he said, "There's a box here. It's got like a pound of tape on it." What? That was from me. I sent you and I said, "I know I went a little overboard with that tape, but hell, it was closed when he got it. It wasn't open." So
yeah, you save boxes from guitars you purchase too. You save. I have.
Box. Yeah, I've gotten rid of a lot of them, but I keep a few just in case. And the boxes that I get my cases from Temu, I keep those in case I don't have nothing for sale right now. But in the past, if I had a guitar for sale, I would put it in that case because it fits in that box perfect. Mm-hmm. And then I would put it in a bigger box, and it's got all the shipping stuff in there to protect it. But yeah, Mr. Curtis, I mean, that's just an example of what I've done. Those boxes from U-Haul were very good, very high quality. You can try Guitar Center. I don't know. They used to give boxes out. I don't know if they do anymore. Some places will sell them to you. I don't know how that works nowadays. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, there's a cater saying that too. Yeah. He says sometimes you can hit up local guitar stores and ask for boxes from guitars they got in. They might hook you up. Yep, that's true. Never know till you try, man. Never know till you try. Let's see here. Let's go to Justin. Is that Justin Fleming? Let's see. Thankful for the guitar and these podcasts. Oh, thank you, sir.
For podcasting women.
E.E. Art's favorite drive pedal. Oh, man. Okay. I like the old school. Let's see. Well, I got a couple that I like. I got the classic MXR Classic Overdrive. I like that. And what is it? The Boss Super Overdrive, the yellow one, the old school. That's my two favorites. That's what I like.
I just have a Boss distortion pedal that I've been toting around with me since I was like 17 years old. I still have that.
Is that the orange one or?
That's the orange one. Yeah.
Okay.
It still works great, you know.
Oh yeah, Boss is, to me, like you said, is like rolling. That Boss stuff is fantastic. I think they're the same company now. I could be wrong. I don't know. Or one of them bought the other out or something. I don't know. They merged or something. Chick Mac, that 91 Van Halen concert was top tier live right here, right now. Yes. Yeah, man. Let's see. Let's go down to Jeff C. He says, I still have my dad's 8-track console stereo in a huge collection of 8-track cassettes. It still plays and sounds great. Wow. Man.
Console stereo, like a big old piece of furniture. Yep.
My parents had that too. Yeah.
Sometimes they put stuff like pictures and stuff, and if you wanted to play the stereo, you had to take all the crap off the top of it so you could open it.
Yeah.
And use it.
Yeah, I remember those days very well. That's wild. That's cool, Jeff, that you have that. Jiggly Wiggly, what is going on? He goes, Diver Down was my first CD. All right. Cool deal. Downtown AJ Brown says, I was the master at splicing cassette tape back together when it got bunched up and torn. Yeah, a little piece of Scotch tape and careful.
You had to make it just right, or that Scotch tape would get hung up. Yeah.
Yes. God, I remember that. Man, I remember doing that. And when it come to that part on the tape, it'd be, and it picked back up. He just because they couldn't read it. And yeah. Oh God, I remember that. You ever had one that got out like that, and you took a pencil to get it back, and
the
then
pencil was perfect, man. The hexagon shape of the pencil, perfect to go in those little notches, man. Yeah.
But the tape had so many crinkle marks in it, even though you rolled it back up. But when it would play, it would have the sound would be kind of weird.
Yes, because
those creases were in it. And I was like, oh, here comes that bad spot. But you got used to it, you know. And it's so wild, all those different things we went through. That you know,
struggle is real.
Yeah. Scott says he's all right. Good night, Scott. Thank you for being here, man.
See you, Scott.
I appreciate it, man. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend, sir. Mr. Curtis, speaking of Diver Down, I saw a YouTube video where a guy said he wanted the VH version of Happy Trails at his funeral. Goodness.
Happy Trails. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was on that album. PJ Kobe makes a great statement here. It's really a shame there hasn't been a tribute concert for Eddie Van Halen. Maybe one day. I've wondered that for a long time now. Eddie passed in 2020, and there still has not been nothing put together in his honor. Nothing. And it's sad. It is sad. Decatur says we rehab people go to buy guitars. Not less. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Chick Mac says, I have two 69 custom shop pickups and custom shop. Is that SS1 or SSL1C? It is really a SS15. I really like that combination. Okay, cool. Let's see here. We got Downtown AJ Brown. He says, Lenny, would you please adopt me? I could be Dylan's bonus grandpa who lives with y'all. Oh, man.
Bonus grandpa.
Wow. Rod, what's up, Rod? I just had boxes made where I work. We make corrugated boxes. Oh, that's nice, man. That's good. You got it. You're at the right spot now. Mr. James Burke, I believe. I agree. You can never have enough guitars. By the way, Eddie Van Halen just dropped some amazing new 5150 Deluxe models. Check them out on Sweetwater. New colors are amazing. Yeah, I had I think Scott from New York sent me that through Messenger. I checked. I was like, wow, those look amazing. And yeah, they got to keep something going over there at EVH to keep the interest, you know. So they're doing a really fantastic job with that, with all the different colors and the tops and all that. It's great. Let's see. Hey, Cater, what did you think about those new 5150 Deluxe guitars? I thought that the Pacific Drift one looked cool. Yeah, they look awesome. Yeah, I like them. They look great. They are really cool, man. Like I said, they're having to keep the interest up by changing stuff up, which I think is good. It doesn't get bland that way and keep changing stuff around. Let's see. We got C.J. Watson Jr. It would chip or skip. I remember that. Oh, the cassette tapes. Yes. Yes, sir. That is something. Yes. Back in the day, man.
Memories unlocked.
That's it. The Centrix himself. I still like cassettes. The high-end 3-head players were very cheap a few years ago, so I got a top-of-the-line late 80s Technics deck, 3-head deck. Okay. All right, then. That's cool. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any cassettes, man. I got rid of all that stuff.
I did too, and I had over 100. I know.
I had a bunch.
And I was like, I'm not going to listen to them anymore. What am I going to do with them? Try and sell them? I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I put all mine I remember in a trash bag. It was full. I took it to the dump and threw them away.
I put mine in a trash bag too. I mean, most of them were wore out.
Yeah.
The covers on the cassettes were faded from being in my car, and nobody wanted them. Trash.
Yeah. When everything, I still remember that transition when CDs came out all those years ago, and I was like, CDs, what the hell? And it was better quality. And then, cassettes were still there, but they were starting to kind of fade a little. And then when I was buying CDs, and I got all them cassettes, and I put them in a trash bag, took it to the dump, threw it away. And then eventually, I don't have CDs no more either. Everything's digital, which I love that. I love the digital format. But a lot of people like the vinyl and all that, which is cool. I just never, I don't know, I just never cared for the going back and getting that stuff. I was like, I already been through that. I know
I don't need to rebuy it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know I remember what that was like. I lived through it. So the digital, to me, is a huge improvement, and I like that better. Let's see. C.J. Watson Jr. says that I think there has not been a tribute for Eddie because Alex holds a grudge like Eddie.
I was going to say, I would assume that not having one had to do with Alex not allowing it. But, I don't know.
Huh. That's, if that's the case, to me, that's sad.
It is.
That's sad. But, and it very well could be. It could be money, too. It could be something about that that's, made everything go off the rails. I don't know. But I can't believe they couldn't get stuff together just for a couple of shows or one big show in remembrance of Eddie. Just something. Even if, I don't know. It could have been so nice, but nah, man. People had to let their feelings or whatever get in the way or their wallet or lack therereof. I don't know. It's just
people
come on,
and their feelings. Yeah.
Come on, man. Golly, for God's sakes, man. Give the man his due, man. God. Let's see. Let me go here to AJ Brown, downtown AJ Brown. He says that it's sad to say, but I think the reason there hasn't been an Eddie Van Halen tribute is because of the way the VH brothers created so much strife. Alex would be the only one who can make it happen. Wow, man. Centrix himself, yeah, they all got rid of their tapes, and I scooped them up for free. And there are some amazing 80s metal mixtapes. Mixtapes are the original playlist. Yes.
True. Very true.
Yes, it sure is, man. That you're right about that.
Casey
God.
Kasem's top 40.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Yeah,
When they're ready to push your pause button.
yeah. Get past the commercials and yeah. I used to have that all them songs on there. I'd be going to work after school. Be going to work. I put that tape in. I'd be listening. Man, golly. Remember when he was a teenager and you'd be on the phone with a girl you like, and you'd have that tape playing on your jam box in the background, and have that music playing. Oh, are you listening to songs? Yeah. I was just thinking about you. I was listening to this song.
I was just
all that stupid crap you do back then.
Yeah.
Man.
Trying to impress her. Yeah.
Trying to impress. Yeah, trying to be cool. And, oh, that's so sweet. Like, yeah, that's right, baby. You know. I see you at the skating rink Friday. You know,
Yeah,
just stupid.
rink.
Oh God, so dumb. We were just kids, man. Decatur, since you threw out all your cassettes, there will be some new hipster movement in a few more years where they will be playing top dollar, paying top dollar.
We won't have any. We won't even have any. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they probably will, man. That was in the 90s when I did that. MPL, okay, man. Have a good one, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words, NPL. Thank you. AJ Brown, he says, I miss reading through album covers and looking at the pictures.
I agree with that. I do too.
That was always cool.
Having the lyrics on there and stuff like that. And I would even read who produced it and, who wrote what song and all that. I was all into that.
And I always like to look at some albums that actually had the lyrics. I don't know if you said that or not, but you could actually see some of the, the songs had lyrics. I was like, oh, that's what they're saying. I thought they were saying something else. It was, it was pretty cool. Is there any songs that come to your mind right away that you thought they were saying this, and then you come out lyrics. And you're like, but if you
saying
hear the
this
song,
all these years, yeah.
But when you hear the song, you'll still say it the way you thought it was. When you hear the song, I'm not singing the new way. Hell no, I'm not singing.
I swear he said ham sandwich, so I'm singing ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich. That's right. Yeah. And it comes to that part, and you kind of sing it a little louder than the radio, so you kind of, I'm right, damn it.
Def Leppard was one of them. It's a lot of lyrics. Poopy, what does that mean? What does that even mean? Hey, poopy. That's not even a word. They're one of the biggest ones that I had issues with.
What song is that?
It's off of, I forget what song, man, but that's still stuck in my head. I can hear it.
Oh, is that the Foolin'? Is that where you thought it said?
What? Maybe.
Too late. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
I think it's ham sandwich, man.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Yes, AJ, I remember I used to love that, looking through the album covers and pictures. Yeah, I never thought that would change, man. Sure enough, it did. Is that Mikey Hignite? What's up, fellas? Hey, man.
Hey,
how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Oh, my goodness. CJ Watson Jr., I carried around a boombox with cassette tapes in 83 and 84. Yes, we did too.
Back then, of course, the size of your boombox mattered.
That's right. That's right. Of course, I had the double-decker loaded with bands like Rat and Iron Maiden. I don't know why I never got a tape. Oh, those were the days, man. The Decatur, I like the misheard lyric, I want to rock you. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
Part of every day.
Part of every day. Okay. Part of every day. I never thought of it that way. It's funny. Yes, AJ Brown, that was the song that come to my mind. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a ooh. And I remember when I first heard that, I said, "What did he just say?" Damn.
I don't really remember calling people a douche. You don't use that word too much anymore. You douchebag. Don't say that.
Yeah, that's an old
Bring
one.
it back,
Yeah,
Joe. We're bringing that back.
yeah. Bringing it back. Oh my God, we are GOBs now. Here we go. Oh Lordy, Chick Mac. I guess CDs have become a thing of the past now. When you can just download music on your phone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I got some. I might have one or two old CDs somewhere in this house, but they. I don't know. I don't know what's on them. Rod, I think he meant you two. Did you two jam yesterday? No, I had an electrician come over here and do a job yesterday, and he was here for about 4 hours. So we're shooting for next Friday. I was just asking Ralph in the green room earlier if next Friday was okay, and so far it seems to be all right.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Because it's, I think next Friday is Good Friday. So I said, "Are y'all doing anything?" He's like, "No." I said, "Okay." Just making sure, because we're not doing nothing here either. All that stuff you did with the grandkid, all that stuff's over. Mm-hmm. Thank God. Let's dye some eggs. Oh, God, no, I don't want to do that.
Hide Easter eggs, and you still finding them a month later when you're cutting grass. Oh, there's another one.
You're cutting grass.
There's that egg.
What the hell? I put $10 bill in that one. Let me get that.
Shredded it with the lawnmower.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, God. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Louie from 1965 has some misunderstood lyrics. Yeah, I couldn't understand nothing they were saying. I just made up my own lyrics to go with that. Oh, man. Let's see. Decatur says, "Were you able to pay the electrician and guitars?" No. No. That did not work. No. Rod says, "Laugh out loud at Ralph about the eggs." Yeah.
If you laughed about it, that means it's happened to you.
Yeah, you can relate to that. Yes, absolutely. That's hilarious, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, all right. Let's see here. I guess it's time for a Joe and Ralph jam. Let me see. Let me take this chat down for a second, and so I can do what I need to do. And well, first of all, before that, I need to show about the BC Rich at Guitar Center. I've totally forgot about that. Let me touch on that's the whole subject of this stream. So, all right, let's see here. I just got hung up with the chat. So anyway, let's see. Make sure I'm doing the right tab here. So as y'all remember, if you watched our trip to Sweetwater a couple of weeks ago or whatever, I played a black BC Rich gunslinger that was incredible, and I really enjoyed it, and I still enjoy this BC Rich gunslinger right here that my friend Rob was so kind that he gifted it to me last weekend, and it plays fantastic. It's so BC Rich, in my opinion, is really grabbing my attention right now. It's just they're great guitars. So I said, well, I went to look up the black one at Sweetwater that I played because I was just curious. I said, I wonder if it's still there. And they've raised the price of it. It was $799, and if I'm looking at the right listing now, it's like $829. And I said, dang, they've raised the price on it. So I went ahead and put it in Google, and it come up BC Rich Gunslinger at Guitar Center. But it's not the black one.
It's not black.
It's not the black like you think. It's actually what Ralph and I described as DeWeasel Zappa green.
Like that bass right there.
Yes, yep. And there she is right there. This is what I was looking at. This is, I believe it says it's marked as blemished. Let's see here. open box blemished, $719.99, which is to me is a good deal. Look at that, man. That looks good. Let's see if we can look at some pictures. There you go. That classic reverse headstock.
Did you see any blemishes when you looked at it?
At this point so far, no, sir. I haven't seen anything that has stood out to me.
Right.
Nothing major that makes me go, oh man, there's a bad spot on there. But I don't see anything. But I have my eye on this one. I mean, it just looks fantastic in my opinion.
I agree.
Golly, that is sharp. That just looks great.
Douchebag would have a green guitar like that.
Yeah, I guess I'll be a douchebag then. Yeah, but yeah, that's just sharp. I really enjoy that. That's I would like to get it because man, these guitars go for $1,000 brand new. $1,000 if you get them brand new. So, what's that?
I said, yeah, $1,000.
Yeah, and it's to me that's just a killer deal. So I don't know. Thinking about it.
Center? Which guitar center is that?
No, this is somewhere else. It would have to be shipped.
Okay.
Yeah, you can either have it shipped to the store or have it shipped here. And I looked it up and it said if I had it shipped here, it'd be free shipping. So I was like, well, damn, you can't beat that.
Right on.
So I'm thinking about it. Seriously thinking about it because I got a good deal on my Guitar Center card right now. They have given me $30 in rewards points, so that would help with the price as well. It'd bring it down a little bit to under $700. So I found when I do this, man, I went ahead on Amazon last night and found me a is it DiMarzio or D'Addario green strap, and I put it in my cart on Amazon. And there's like these little steps I go through. I'm like, oh, okay, no, I'm not going to get it yet, but let me go ahead and get the strap.
You're preparing for the inevitable purchase.
Yes, and I just get things lined up a certain way, but I haven't pulled the trigger or anything. But yeah, it's it's just but I think that looks sharp. I really think it looks fantastic. Yeah. Let's see.
AJ Brown and you douchebags.
Yeah, that's right.
He's bringing it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a boombox with detachable speakers too, and I thought that was the coolest thing.
You did? I remember that. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. Let me look at some of these comments real quick before we go to a Going Round Jam. C.J. Watson Jr., the physical rebellion has begun. Big Brother, i.e. the streaming services, have started editing your media. Own your physical entertainment, or Big Brother will change it on the fly. I can see where you're coming with that. Mm-hmm. I can see that. I can see that side of it.
So
let's see.
All hats in his merch shop.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. AJ Brown, do you douchebags remember when boomboxes came with detachable speakers? Yeah. Yep. He says, I felt high class. Yes. Yeah, you like that, AJ Brown? That DeWeasel / CC DeVille green? Yeah, I like it. It screams 80s to me. Mm-hmm. I think it looks really good. Let's see. Ecator says the Sweetwater one went up in price because now it's the one featured on the Joe Wentz Project TV.
I was going to say they caught wind of Joe's interest in it and decided to check the channel out. And goes,
that'd be funny. That would be funny. That would be hilarious if that was true. God, they just knocked me out of buying it. I was like, man, you raised it $30. Come on, man.
This douchebag will pay it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But that was the BC Rich with Guitar Center, that whole topic of that. I thought it was awesome looking, man. Let's see here. Details to come as they develop, as they say. With that, let's see. We're going to go to this. Let me go back over here and showcase this. Add to scene. Here we go. Ralph, is there anything you'd like to comment about this before we play it?
I just thought it turned out really good. I know we played it was last year sometime. I think we played this, but I thought it was good, man. And I was struggling to find one that I wanted to play. So I just let's pick this one. I thought it was good. So
that's fine. That's whatever you want to pick. It doesn't bother me at all. That's your area. So let's see here. Let's present. Let's present this here. And all right. Let's see. We got, how long is this? Okay. All right. Let's get ready to play this, and we shall return in just a few minutes. Y'all stick around.
fun. I like that song.
Yes. Fantastic song. Haven't heard that in quite some time.
Yeah.
And all right, cool. I guess we're going to get on with some live jams if y'all want to hear that. But we actually have some good news. We have a little sponsor here for the show tonight, and that's I'm proud to say that we are sponsored by Rosetta Sloan, not to be confused with the other Rosetta company. This is Rosetta Sloan, and so they reached out and said, can we, sponsor our product on your show? I said, sure.
I said, sure.
Why not? So I'm going to play this clip here, what it's like when you use before and after you use Rosetta Sloan. So I think it'll speak for itself. And while this commercial's playing, I'm going to get ready to jam. So, okay, I'm going to mute my mic, and then y'all just check this out and see what you think. All right,
it's all in fun, guys. It's all
we're just trying to have some fun. So hopefully people can play along and they'll get it. So here we go. Stand by. I wasn't trying to be grumpy. I was just voicing my opinion.
I can see where we were getting a little boisterous.
We're probably getting a little bit. Sorry.
Son of a bitch! Just walk off. I can't take it anymore. You grumpy old mother.
We ain't got that bad. Oh, come on, man. You got to have a good time to keep from crying, my dad always said.
I wasn't trying to be grumpy, I was just voicing my opinion. I can see where we're getting a little voice. We're probably getting a little bit sorry. Son of a bitch! I can't take it anymore. Grumpy old mother. We got that. Oh, come on, man. You gotta have a good time to keep from crying, my dad always said.
Oh, that was hilarious, man.
Joe was dying over there.
Yeah, that was funny, man. I told Ralph, I said, if we slow that down, it sounds just like Jabba the Hutt, man. And so I said, let's just do this. It's fun to mess with, man. Oh, let's see what we got here.
Light it up, Joe. Light it up.
Yeah, we're going to check our tuning real quick here. And
Some of that. when I'm looking at you and you give me that smile. Oh, you give me that smile. That been a while since I've seen that smile.
Oh, yeah. All right. A little bit of jamming, man, for the show there.
Man, that was cool. Rod brought up a question. He put it on the screen. Why do people leave during this part? And I said, me and Joe discuss this almost after every show.
Yeah, I don't
Why
know.
do people leave? It's not, we don't have all this stuff for nothing,
Yeah, I don't know. Man.
I don't know, man.
It's always that's always been like that.
It's not like we do the whole show.
I've always been confused by that, but
Just
what do you want to do, man?
30 minutes. That's it.
What do you want to do?
Can't please everybody, I guess. But I'm glad he brought that up because I wasn't going to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people leave, man. I don't know. I guess they want it to be like the Oprah Winfrey show, just a talk show.
Okay.
And we can discuss our feelings.
All right, sir.
Hey,
right.
Joe.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I've always wondered that myself.
It's a great question. Yeah.
It's
like it almost gets cut in half. You'll have like 65 people in the chat. And then
it dropped a lot. Yeah.
And that's fine. Whatever.
It's
We're
fine.
going to do what we're going to do.
I mean, that's how we do it here. We play music. We talk about guitar, but we play guitar. That's always been our passion since we were teenagers. So.
And if we didn't do any play any music at all, Joe, eventually some people go, I bet y'all can't even play those things. We couldn't win. We're not going to be able to win.
Yeah, you're not going to win. Yeah, that's why I don't worry about it. Hey, I had a good time. Did you?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And the people that are still here, thank you so much for sticking around and
thank you so much.
Checking out the music.
Hold on
Mullet, the guitar guru here. He says,
I like that name.
Yeah, that's cool. He says, what's the story on the Blue V? Thanks. You, Ralph.
Yes, my wife got that for me, that Randy Rhoads Jackson V. It plays great. It sounds great. We've discussed this on the show before. Sometimes Vs are, they got that neck dive issue. And this one kind of does. But if I sit down and, put it on my leg, that's fine. But generally, as a rule, if I'm going to do a song, I'll get the song down on another guitar. And when I'm ready to record, I'll use it just for that. I won't play it for hours or anything. It's a great guitar. I love it. I'll never get rid of it.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Mr. Bill Frank says, when did you get that Blue V, Ralph? How long have you had it?
5 years.
Wow, you've had it for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
I agree, Cater. He said it's an awesome shade of blue. I agree.
It is. I hadn't seen one like that in that shade. I don't know where my wife found it, but she bought it for me.
Our legal counsel, Miss Val. Thank you, Miss Val, for all your hard work and dedication to the channel.
Yes.
It's always, we are very fortunate to have our legal counsel in our corner. Yes. Rod says, I love this channel. It's great. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
it.
Really do appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
He's one of the biggest fans of your playing, Joe. He's all about it.
He is. Thank you. Yes, Rod. Thank you very much for always supporting the guitar playing aspect of the show. That's really cool.
Yep.
That's really cool. Yeah, I can't see the chat when I'm playing, so I'm trying to look at a few things here. Herb of the Fireside Studio. Hello, man. How are you doing?
Here, Herb.
User Kid, Joe, thanks for playing that smile. I told you I'd play it, man. I told you I'd play it for you. I came in here this week and practiced it a few times. And I should have practiced it some more because it wasn't perfect. But thank you, man, for sticking around to listen to it. And I need to give a shout out to David, a Double Dot, man. I need to do this before we leave because I got a package in the mail today or yesterday. And Double Dot, he goes by Double Dot here on the channel. And I'm not sure if it's him or his son that 3D prints some items. I'm going to have to minimize this chat for a second so I can present myself so y'all can see what I'm discussing here. Okay, so what Double Dot did, he 3D printed me a Mexican Strat Tremolo block. How cool is this? So if you're not familiar with what this does, You would take the back plate off your guitar, the back cavity plate where your trim system is, and you would put this down in front. So if you're changing the strings, or if you want to block it, you want to block it really to keep the trim from being floating. It'll just be blocked, and you can only dive with it. You can't pull up on it. That's basically what that is. But he 3D printed that. That's incredible. And I've seen some people put a piece of wood in there. I've seen some people actually, they sell devices like a little metal bracket you can put in there with a screw to block the trim. That's really cool. Thank you, Double Dot. And he also 3D printed this Floyd Rose setup block. So that is really cool. You would put this, again, if the guitar is a Floyd, you would turn the guitar over, take the back plate off, and you'd put this down beside the block so it wouldn't move when you take the strings off. The block won't, the trim won't move, sink into the cavity. Keeps it in place. So thank you, Double Dot. But the coolest thing, man, that was in the package that blew my mind, he 3D printed this. It's like almost like a plaque or something, a placard of Eddie Van Halen. Look at that. That is amazing. And you can feel where it comes up. You can feel the stripe. You can feel the indentions. That is incredible. So thank you, Double Dot. That was super nice, man. Thank you for doing that. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. Really cool.
3D printers are amazing. They can do some really cool stuff.
I didn't know you could do all that with those. I actually looked 3D printers up one night last week because I've never seen one. I don't know how they work. And so I looked into them for a little bit. And I was like, wow, that's how that works. So it was awesome. So thank you, Double Dot. If you're here, I don't know, he might have left. He might have took off. But
yeah.
But thank you, though, man. If you're still here, thank you. User Kid says you kept your word. Yeah, man, I did. Yes. I told you, man. So, but that's awesome. Bill Frank, this is one of, whoops, it moved. Let me see. Sorry. Oh man, you got to position this just right. It was one of my favorite things. This is one of my favorite things to watch on Saturday evenings. I'm so glad that Phil mentioned you. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Frank. That's nice.
Great. Yeah, I'm glad Phil mentioned this too.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Frank. Mullet, the guitar guru, he says, thanks, and you jam, by the way. Thank you, sir. You just found this channel. Wow, you just found it. That's great. Thank you for, hey, subscribe, man. If you haven't already, please subscribe and
thumbs up.
And hit that notification bell. There's Double Dot. Thank you, man. Yes. Thank you very much, man. That was super nice. I can't wait to use them. That was really cool. And you just live right down the street from me, man. We have to hook up sometime and maybe jam or something, or whatever. If you want. If not, we don't have to. I mean, some people don't want to do that.
Right. I understand.
And I get it. That's not a problem. Let's see. But yeah, we had a great show tonight, had a great turnout. Thank you so much to everybody who had taken the time to participate in the show. Like we said, if you don't have an audience, you don't have a show. Charlie S., hey man, how you doing?
Hey Charlie.
How you doing? Downtown AJ Brown says that I love our Saturday night hangouts. We should all get a few rooms at the Red Roof Motel Hell in Fort Wayne. Go to the
Wouldn't that
club.
be something? Wouldn't that be something?
That would be.
What a great video that would make.
That would make a fantastic. But I would not stay there again.
Oh,
I would.
Goodness.
I would have to stay somewhere
upgrade a little bit better, right?
More accommodating. Yeah, golly, man.
Where you can actually get under the covers,
Yeah.
not lay on top of the bed.
Not worry about being robbed, man.
Wow.
God, talk about the hood, man. That was a sketchy area. We had no clue what we had landed into till it was too late. But Liquor Master Flex Sweetwater field trip for sure.
If we're gonna be that close, we're going to Sweetwater.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Rod says, love the show. See you guys next week. Good times here. Thank you, Rod. That's really nice, man.
We'll definitely
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank y'all. And thank you to the people who continue to return. We're trying to build this channel, and it's a long road, but
it's a slow burn.
It is very, yes. And because it's hard. I can't do content all the time like the big channels. I have to. Somebody asked me recently why that is. How come content doesn't come out on a regular basis? Because I have a full-time job, and this is pretty much a hobby. I would love for this to be my job, but
I think you do pretty good with the content, man. You've put out, man, a lot of stuff during the week, whether it's a live drive or a pre-recorded video.
Yeah, I didn't really do nothing this past week because I had a lot going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really the 1 week I really didn't put that much out. I usually try to put, a couple of lives or at least one live, a couple of shorts, and maybe a video during the week. But I just do what I can. It's hard. But
that's what she said.
That's but yeah, so we're trying. But thank you to everybody who, like I said, who participated, and thank you for taking part of the show. Ralph, is there anything you'd like to discuss or touch on before we leave?
No, that was a great show, man. Thanks for everybody for showing up and hanging out, and whether you're lurking in the background or participating in the chat, we're glad you're here.
Absolutely, and thanks to Ralph for being here and for every show. I really appreciate that, man. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate you being here and taking time out of your night to participate on this, because I couldn't do it without you. So it's nice that you're here and I can count on you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you saying that.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. My name's Joe.
I'm Ralph.
And we'll see you next time around. Take care, man. Keep jamming and keep playing. Y'all have a good one. See you later.
See ya.